How you doing, everyone out there? It's Mark Rizzoli for the Gloves Are Off podcast. I want to get right into it today, and let's talk about the New Jersey U.S. Senate race, specifically the Republican side. We have a candidate. I'm calling him now Bamboozling Curtis Bashaw. Recently withdrew from an upcoming debate, which was scheduled for April 3rd. It was sponsored by the NJ Globe, Save Jersey, and Rider University. The debate was going to be aired on C-SPAN, but the debate's going to continue without him. His opponent, Mendham Mayor Christine Serrano, will be at the debate. There'll be an empty seat next to her. But Bashaw is bailing on the debate because he doesn't want to have to answer questions of whether or not he will support President Trump. I mean, this is just getting ridiculous now. It's bad enough we have people in the U.S. Senate who want to see America fail. We have it in the House. We have people in the House of Representatives who want to see America fail, who don't like Donald Trump. Now we have this bamboozling Bashaw, who has deceived New Jersey Republicans as he seeks out the party lines, attending Republican conventions throughout the state, and meeting with specific Republican organizations where he deceived them into thinking he was a Trump supporter, but he still hasn't committed to Donald Trump. Now he's bailing on a debate so he doesn't have to answer those questions. So as you do a little digging, find out what a shock this is going to be that Chris Christie and his people are involved with Curtis Bashaw's campaign. Now, these are the same people who criticizing President Trump for not debating Chris Christie and the rest of the candidates. It really just goes to show the hypocrisy of Chris Christie. He's so full of shit. I also blame this on the lack of leadership with the NJGOP. Bob Eugen, nowhere to be found. And as you all remember, when Bob Eugen ran for U.S. Senate, also an anti-Trumper. We have New Jersey Senator John Bradnick, who's running for New Jersey governor. He's an anti-Trumper. Big supporter of Liz Cheney. Another guy. He's an attorney. The last time I checked, I'm a retired detective. In the legal world, it's all about evidence. So John Bradnick and your buddy Liz Cheney, let's see some of this evidence. You like throwing January 6th out there. It's all about evidence. We need to see some evidence to substantiate a lot of these claims, which will never be produced. Same John Bradnick, by the way, hosted New Jersey Governor Evil Phil Murphy, while everybody else was locked down, hosted him for a barbecue in his backyard. I call it the Bill of Rights is above my pay grade barbecue. So let's get back to the debate that's not going to happen. Bamboozling Curtis Bashaw will not debate Mayor Serrano because he doesn't want to have to answer questions about President Trump. So now you have New Jersey Republicans who have voted for him, county committee members, specific counties to get the county line. Okay, those people anticipate and expect that the candidate of their choice will do what it takes to win an election. And that means debating. If you're not going to debate, you should be disqualified immediately as a candidate and should find someone else. I'm so tired of these substandard candidates that they want to shield behind the county line because they're only concerned with having puppets. They don't want fighters in office. We know they don't want fighters in Trenton. We know New Jersey don't want to send fighters to D.C. They just want their puppets, and that's what it's all about. So now we end up with people like Bashaw, who feels they're entitled to get the nomination now. I don't know Mayor Serrano, but I'll give a lot of credit for persevering, fighting through everything, going to the debate. So I would say if I'm voting for Mayor Serrano. It's not an endorsement. The fact is, I respect the fact that she is following the process, campaigning, working for your vote, working for my vote. That's what it's all about. Unfortunately, we have the lack of leadership in the NJGOP who thinks otherwise. Don't respect the voters. And that's unfortunate. A lot of good people in New Jersey. And I don't want the Trump voter out there just to stop at President Trump, because we know that a lot of people will do that. Because all it's going to do is hurt the great candidates that are below. If Bashaw happens to win the nomination, below him. Because that's always a possibility. But obviously, the powers to be aren't concerned about down ballot. It's all about their pipe dreams. You know, the Chris Christie people. Chris Christie people never stop. They're all about obstructing progress. Okay, they don't want young candidates to be cultivated, moved up through the chain. It's about recycling the same dead wood over and over again. That's why Chris Christie won't go away. So that's where we're at in New Jersey. I really hope the New Jersey Republicans really don't walk away, run away from bamboozling Curtis Bashaw. He is a used car salesman. He can't be trusted. He's a fraud. If you're running, if you want to be the Republican nominee for U.S. Senate in New Jersey, you should be supporting President Trump. That's what it's all about. Right now, what's going on in this country, the fact that he's not committing to President Trump really tells me a lot about him and the people behind him. Because we know Chris Christie will sacrifice the country for his personal vendetta against President Trump. And no one out there has any right to be that selfish to put his or her personal beefs before the country. So disregard all the nasty tweets, Chris Christie's bullshit, and do the right thing. Support President Trump and run away from Curtis Bashaw, because Chris Christie's involved with bamboozling Curtis Bashaw. I should have known that. I attended one of the conventions, and I can tell you this. I'm a retired Jersey City detective, and when I heard that man talk, my detective alarm immediately went off. I even told some people there, I said, I would not support him if I was you. And I started getting calls after they were reading stories about him. That's why I'm doing this podcast today about him, because of the calls that I received from the county committee. Members of county committee were outraged by what's going on. So I just want to close it out like I always do. Please get out and vote. Vote by mail, vote early, and you have to vote. And listen, one thing I haven't been covering, if you commute to work, whether you like it or not, you should vote by mail. Because you never know what can happen on the way home. Traffic, an accident, weather. You want your vote in. Or vote early. Do one. You got to do either. You got to vote by mail or vote early if you're commuting to work. You can't depend anymore on getting home in time. This upcoming election is too important. We have the country at stake here. We have to take back America, take back your state, take back your city, take back your Board of Ed. Let's not forget that. We see what's going on in the schools. So as always, thanks for joining, and please subscribe and share. Back to blue, and God bless America.